So g'day, all doing Derby Day Group 1 previews. I've got Trevor Lawson on the line. How you going, Trev?
Good, Mark.
Yeah, so we're looking at the last of the Group 1s on Saturday, race 8 at 4:30 local time, the Cantala Stakes over the mile. Conditions for Saturday, Trevor, looks pretty clear.
Yeah, I think it should be good. I think there's no rain predicted. Little wind, or I think there's a little bit of wind from the southeast, which shouldn't have really any effect. And the track should be in good nick. And I think we've got weather in the low 20s. So should be a pretty good cup week.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, well, the Cantala, as it stands, Thursday afternoon with TopSport, Mr. Quickie is a $5 favourite from Buffalo River at $7.50 and Rock at $9. How does the map look?
The maps, Buffalo River will lead. Streets of Avalon will push forward. Thought Wild Planet will probably go forward. Age of Chivalry will go forward. It's got to go forward from a wide barrier. Yulong Prince. I Am Superman will sort of sit handy inside. Rock will sort of be midfieldish on the fence. Nonconformist probably sits midfield. It gets a good run. Mr. Quickie will probably have to go back to near last from the barrier. It's drawn barrier 16. So it's basically, if the emergencies come out, it's sort of basically 3 from the outside. So it'll get a long way back.
Yeah, right. Well, Mr. Quickie. Yeah, Mr. Quickie, with that draw is $5 favourite. Have you got the market?
At the moment, I sort of want to. I've got Mr. Quickie and Buffalo River both $8.
Yep.
I sort of don't really want to be on Mr. Quickie.
Just from the barrier, or?
Well, yeah. So the other day he drew barrier 1, and he could track Buffalo River, through. So at the 600, he was only about 4 lengths behind it, because he sort of was on the inside barrier and could run it down. Well, this time he's, I think, mid-race he's going to be like over 10 lengths behind it.
Yeah.
So she's going to have to come around him, and it was so on my scale. He basically is a sort of 61 and a half horse, and he's got 2 outliers. First up, last year in the Maccabi Diva, he ran 3rd to Gatting, and Gatting won at 100 to 1, and that was a really, really fast run race. And he ran 63 and a half, his figure. And then he went back and, sort of did 61 and a half in the Moonee Valley Cup. He resumed this year in the MEMS. He did 61 and a half. And then the other day, I've got him, going to 66 and a half. I've got it like it's a new peak. It's basically gone 2 lengths better than it's ever gone in its life. So it was suited by the tempo, it was suited with the run. At the moment, I've sort of just come off that rating 1 length and taken something off from the barrier and got it $8. But I don't really want to be on it.
Yeah, so with that peak, you're expecting it to just take a slight step back off that?
Yeah, I don't think it can. I wouldn't have thought it was. Like it had a lot of things. The way the race was run had a lot of things in its favour, and it was suited that way. And I just don't think it'll get the same favours this time.
Fair enough. It's interesting to see in the market. Rock is the third favourite at $9. Where have you got Rock?
I've got Rock like $26. I don't really have
any idea why they've come for it.
No, I don't know. I've sort of got some figures. It won the Cameron at Newcastle. Did like 60 that day. I won the Cameron again. I've got it rating down slightly. That rating may be wrong. I might just check these with Cam. And then I've got it rating down again in the Epsom, and I've sort of rated it up off that.
Yep.
It
didn't finish too far back in the Epsom, I don't think. Did it?
It finished 2.3 behind Probabile and then I used that rating for Probabile on Saturday, and it was it didn't run that well. Like I had it longer than the market, but it didn't sort of run very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I sort of, and it will sort of be midfieldish on the fence. I will sort of, basically with those interstate horses, if I'm a fair way out, I sort of, because I sort of don't concentrate on the Sydney horses. I sort of get an opinion of somebody else, or get sort of marked through. I get Cam or Mark's ratings, and just to sort of verify, see what they think, and then I'll sort of have another look. But at the moment I was sort of happy to go around it. I thought that Buffalo River had a good chance. And I thought that
so it might be a few roughies, you reckon?
Yeah. So that Almeida was scratched from last week. It had some time form ratings in Europe or England, which were pretty good. It'll get back here, but it's $26. I thought Yelong Prince was okay the other day. Gets Damian Lane. I thought it was slide overs. Best of Dates ran well first up, wasn't suited the other day. I think there's just a lot of horses around. It just wouldn't surprise me if something won here at big, sort of, $18, $15, $18 plus. And hopefully we're on it.
Yeah. It looks like a couple of the other races on the day. Your fancies are at a good price. So here, looks like you've got a few wider out.
Yeah. I think it's just one of those races. Mr. Quickie's making a bit of the market at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, and Rock, it's just a wide open race.
Good stuff. All right, look forward to it. We'll hear from you with all your markets and betting advice on Saturday morning.
Great, thanks, Mark.
Cheers.